CC, CEO, wanna change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder that could teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black-owned firm, but we ain't all black-owned too.
What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Constance Carter, and today is what? Wednesday. Let's get over the hump. It's the Grow Your Money Club, where we talk about how to grow your money and not blow your money. You know why? Because when you blow your money, it ain't a damn thing funny. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Come on in, my friends, and make sure you tell everybody that the Grow Your Money podcast is on right now. And we're always trying to talk about things that are important to you in one way or another. This is Wednesday. And please forgive my tardiness. The person, I don't know, I have, my favorite guest host today, and she was having some technical difficulties. I wonder if you guys know who that may be that's going to be joining us today. But you already know, I love for you to talk back to me and talk black to me. This is a dialogue and not a monologue. So please, I see Inita already in the building. What's up, Inita from the DMV in the GYM? Let's get it. What's up, Miss Sophia, all the way from Stockton, California? What's happening? Let's get it. He said it's hard to hold money. Yes. Okay. How you know? I don't know if you really know. So listen, today we're going to talk about a really good topic. What's up, Cuttin? What's up, Cuttin? Dro from Hayward, California. That's what's up. West Side in the building. Hey, lovely JR, also in the West Side, Seattle, Washington. I see you. All the people who come on here with me every day. I appreciate you. I love when you talk back to me and talk black to me. So just put where you're watching from in the comments, because I know we have people that watch from all over the world, especially if you're across the pond. We like to talk to you too. Because last time I think we had somebody in Canada, and we had people in Africa, in Europe that like to watch. And then occasionally, y'all, we will have our trolls when we talk about something that's maybe a little bit more black empowering. The trolls like to come because they love to F with me and call me all types of racists and pieces of shit. And I get called all kinds of names, and I absolutely love it. People are like, why do you let those people talk to you like that? I don't give a damn. I leave the negative comments up. I don't care, because I say what I say, and I say the shit with my chest out, and I don't give a damn whether you like it or not, because I say the things that I think are important to me and the people that I love, which is you. Now, the other thing is, if you are a black-owned business, you own a black-owned business, or you know a black-owned business, it's extremely important that we promote each other. And so if you have a black-owned business, what's up, Texas, that we put it in the comments, because not only do I want people to know that there are black-owned businesses, but I want them to patronize you as well. So I want them to, I want you to put your information in there, and then I want you to, I want to share it. I'm going to put it on the screen, and I want people to be able to contact you. So when you put your black-owned business, make sure you put how they can contact you, what your services are, where they can contact you at. So please make sure you put that too, because I don't want to just know that, this is, Joe's shop. Well, what does Joe do? What does Joe's shop do? Okay. So put how they get in contact with you, your website. And if you don't have a website, get a website. If you only have an Instagram, you need a website too. I teach business, not business, but in order to have a complete business with full visibility, we want to make sure that you are, that people can fully see you no matter where you are on all platforms. So any black-owned businesses, shout out to the black-owned businesses. What's up, Karen from the Boogie Down, and Bible Stories by Booker. Okay, so now we Bible Stories, Booker Williams. Okay, Booker. All right, that's what's up. I love it. Be one always, because we always got to put ourselves first. So listen, I'm going to bring somebody on, and I don't know, Sophia thinks she knows me. I don't know. If you're new here, put that, this is your first time watching, because, welcome if this is. And again, make sure you share, you like, you subscribe, follow me everywhere at I am Constance Carter right there. But I don't know if you know this person out. I'm getting ready to bring out, but she is one of my favoriteest people in the whole wide world. Do you remember her? APRILSAMPE. Y'all say this girl always clowning. What's up, April?
Hi, Constance Carter. Listen, I don't know if you're aware, but Do you have this book?
I do.
Oh, great, darling. If you don't have this book, that means you're poor.
What's up, April?
Hey, doll.
What you doing? How you doing?
I
Uh,
am
Sophia
absolutely
said,
yes.
"Told you."
Oh, Miss Sophia, how you doing, baby cake?
What's up, Miss Felicia?
Oh,
Shout
Felicia
out
in
to
the
the Net
building.
7 Collective. What's happening, Miss Felicia?
Y'all, can I give a shout out to the Nut 7? Can I do that?
Oh, yes.
Let me tell you, them Nut 7 women be getting it all the way in. Because, y'all, just to experience all of the beauty that is the Net 7 ladies, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the energy, as soon as you come into a room with everybody, good morning, beautiful people. When you come into the room with those beautiful women, life is different. Life is different. It's like you feel love just because you're there. That now y'all know good and well. Y'all go see your whole family, and you're like, I don't even feel like these people like me. Those people loved me for no reason, and I loved every bit of them. Y'all, if you need a little bit of love in your life, join the Nat 7. Also, if you're not a part of Nut 7 and you're a woman, you're poor.
Something is truly wrong with you. Before we get in our topic, yo, let me just tell you. Let me tell you, April. I didn't share this with you. So right before we got on here, so my son has an internship opportunity, right? And so he was like, "Mom, I finally got an interview," because he's been like trying to get internships forever. And so he the other day he told me he had an internship opportunity, and I was like, "That's what's up." And he's like, "Mom, can you interview me? Can you do a mock interview?" And I said, "Yeah." And I gave him some key things to say, and make sure you point out this and make sure you point out this. And so I interviewed him, and I was like, "Okay, got cold mouthpiece. Okay. So he was in here. I said, "Where are you going?" Because he said, "Mom, can you tie back my hair? Because can't have a little locks showing." So I tied back his hair. And I said, "Well, where are you going to be?" He was like, "I'm going to be in your podcast room." First of all, it's my office. I work here too. But it's not just for podcasts. But he said, "I'm going to be in there." I said, "Okay." So he didn't even know that I was over there watching him, April. And I got a little bit, some little, watch my baby good. Watch this.
I would say discipline. Discipline is probably extremely important, probably the most important value to me, because if you're not disciplined, and regardless of what you want to do, if you're disciplined, you're going to do what you have to do. And I think that's extremely important for a career, because honestly, sometimes you might not want to get out of bed, but you have to get out of bed. You have to work, and you have to put your full effort into the things that you're going into in that day.
Okay, that made me tear up a little bit. Look at him. Discipline. Let me tell you about discipline. Because if
Lying
you
like
ain't
shit.
disciplined,
Lying like shit though. But you know what? Listen.
no, good morning, that boy don't want to get up out of bed. I love every ounce of it. Yes. I'm 100% here for it.
I love it. I was so proud. I was like, "Boy, you got it, go mouthpiece." I said, "I'd hire you. I'd hire you." I
I
mean,
gotta say, let me give a shout out also to Constance's children, all of them. I love them little humans, because all of them have something, like something. They all are able to not only interact with other humans, because I'm sorry, y'all, in this day and age, though that age range that she has as children, don't know how to interact with other humans. It's very uncomfortable to watch when you're seeing kids who are like, yeah, hi. And that's it. It's like they hide behind people. They're like, hey, how's it going? They're very assertive. They know how to speak the proper English. They know how, like, they all have come into their own. I mean, I know that they're older, but they're not old. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're children still who know how to handle their own. And I got to give it to you. You did a good job. You, ma'am, did a good job. I got to give
all I do is just
you.
talk to him. I talk to him and I listen to him, and they ask me. So one time she said, "Where'd you get that discipline?" And I said, and he said something about, "Oh, when I did whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, you little liar! You got that from your mama. You didn't get your mama no job."
He ain't supposed to say that doing no job. Where you get it? Well, I got it from my mother. Oh, man. Wow. Like, if he would have said that, she'd have been like, all right, and we're done here. People are bringing their parents. My girlfriend told me, my girlfriend works at a company. We're just going to stop there. And she said that people actually bring their parents to job interviews. Now, here's my problem, sir, ma'am. My problem is not just the child. It's the parent. What parent is going to say, okay, I'm going to come with you to a job interview
with you.
sit down, sit down, and you parents. So all of the parents who are listening, I dare you to take your little happy ass to somebody's job interview.
My middle son under him, I had to take him to the job interview.
Yes, no, but did you sit there with him?
No, I did not. I did not. And here's the lesson that I taught him, because so I did coach him on the way. And this one is the quiet one, very articulate. Look like all my kids, they look like YNs, right? Their appearance, that's what they look like, but they're very articulate. And so I was interviewing him, and I was like, dang, this is what you say? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, dang, you got a cold mouthpiece. So I was very impressed by him. However, he was just getting there on time. And so I was like, Kyron, like when you have a job interview, I always make sure I'm a stickler. I told you I'm a stickler for time. So I'm always about like, I don't like to waste people's time. I don't like to show up late. I think it's a huge disrespect on people's time when you show up late. I just don't do it.
Me too.
And I don't like people. I don't like people to do that to me. Like if you say you're gonna be here at 12 o'clock, be here at 11:50. You know what I'm saying? Get there early so that to make time for error. And I was explaining to him, because we had to be somewhere at 10. We get there at 9:58. That's cutting it too close for me, because anything can happen. And so I was explaining to him, on time is late, early is on time. Always get there on time. And I also told him about a time when I was 18, I was going for a job interview at HP, at Hewlett Packard. And I'm driving down Highway 280 in San Jose, California. I'm going down 280. I had a Datsun B310. It was raggedy as shit. It was brown. It was
I was about to say, is that a dog?
You don't even know what it is. It was a car, 1980 Datsun B310. It was raggedy. And I'm driving down the freeway, I'm in the fast lane. My tire blows, right? I have such an amazing father that he taught me how to change a tire. But I had this skirt suit on. It was this pinstripe skirt, and I had stockings on, and I had to, I had to pull over. I think I was still in the far left lane. I pulled over far left lane, but I had to get out and I had to change my tire. And when I got off, and because I was 30 minutes early, I was going to be 30 minutes early. I was still okay. I got out. This is before cell phones. I got out and I changed my tire, and I had grease. When I went to the interview, I had grease on my hands. I had a hole in my stockings. I was musty as shit. Right. And I went in there, and I could have turned around. My sister was like, I'd have turned around. No, I wanted this just like my son wants that job. I wanted that bad enough. And I still was able to make it there on time, because again, you don't know if something could happen on the way, and you got to make provisions. But the reason why I like to get to places like that early is I need to woosah, I need to pray, I need to get my mind right. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I go early, because I don't want to just go in flying out by the seat of my pants. When I'm interviewing for anything, I always like to go early, just to kind of, get centered.
Yeah, our interview is different. I have to, okay, so I'm going to agree with you on this, Constance. I don't like to agree with you at all. But yeah, when it came to like job interviews, I was always on time or early. And whenever I interviewed people, I would always say, is this the time you normally, because I was never on time. Okay. So I expected all my employees to be on time. Amen. So I'm like, is this your normal time to get to work? Or, are you normally this early when you're going to work? Or is this just your interview time? And they'd be like, oh no, this is my regular. This is how I normally roll. Okay, cool. So if I give you this job, come to work late and let's see what happens. And I would do that. And I would always say things along the lines of, is this
I'm not coming to work all the time.
Is this your interview attire? Or is this your regular everyday attire?
So that's the thing too, is shout out to Victoria from Net7, because Victoria has Victoria's Kitchen in Philly. And that's one of the things that she said. She tries to give young people opportunities all the time. What she said, and my kids always get mad at me because they go, Mom, I went to this interview. You got me wearing, this button-up shirt. Everybody going and they wearing sweats. They look like this. They look like that. I'm the most dressed up person there. And so what Victoria said is, she said, you wouldn't believe how people show up at these interviews. They come in there smelling like marijuana. She said they have one answer questions. They have to answer one word answers to the questions. And then she said, then they'll have to get nerve to get up on their phone and start texting during the interview.
Yep.
And she'll go, okay, I'm not going to hire you, and I'm going to tell you why. And here's, just some advice for the future. So she will do that. Mm-hmm. But she's like, I'm trying to give these young people an opportunity. And she was like, they come in crazy. They don't even have that basic knowledge of what they're supposed to do when they go in. It's crazy.
Can I add to this? So there used to be a raw vegan restaurant right on 8th Street in DC. And I'm telling you, the food there was really, really uniquely good, right? But every time I would go in there, the person at the front was always a problem. Oh, when I tell you always, and it was always one of like 2 or 3 people that one of them either had her baby with her.
At
And,
work?
ma'am, you heard what I said.
Okay.
The other 2 would either be on the phone. One would have like an earpiece in. One would actually be holding her. Like it was always something. And I'm like, what is going on? Why do we not know how to be professional?
I was just talking to somebody, and we got to get to the topic, but I was just talking to somebody about that because even though I really, really love this area, the one thing I don't like about this area, one thing I don't like about this area is the service. It is
horrible. And don't go to no Jamaican restaurant. La Jesus.
We don't have that.
Okay, first of all, not right.
I don't do me.
I mean, what I just did wasn't even a Jamaican accent, but I mean,
we don't have that. We don't have that.
My husband would be very, very. He would feel disrespected.
That's how Jamaicans talk. How do they talk? And let's
all
have
of the Jamaicans put in. Is there
a judge? Let's see if you can do it better than me. We don't have that.
We don't have it.
See, you can't do it. Who did it better? See, the reason why she doesn't want to compete with me because she knows that I'm good at it. She knows that I'm good at it.
She's telling the truth, and you are
that. See, you can't even.
All of the Jamaicans who are watching, please put in the disrespected emoji.
Don't disrespect me like that, April, because I know how to speak in patois. Okay, you don't, and so that's the reason why. Whatever. Anyway, let's get to the subject at hand because you don't want. I'll talk the rest of this whole segment in my Jamaican accent. So don't.
You're right. That is not what I want.
Do not disrespect me.
My sincerest apologies. I'll never ever do it again.
EC021 says something happens when on a date, the lack of social skills. I think that is really it's huge because these young kids, because they don't have to interact anymore. Most of their interaction is online. And so, yeah, the lack of being able, my son even told me, he said COVID was the worst thing that could have happened to him. My youngest son used to be the most outgoing child I had. And he knew how to talk to people. Now, when Net 7 was over my house, and it was crazy because they had crab. I had pitched in on the crab. They had crab.
Crabs.
They had crab.
Crabs.
Okay, so here's another debate, and we're gonna get into it. But listen, you guys, listen. I'm from California.
I'm from DC.
And I say crab.
That is because you only eat one crab.
When I'm referring to crab.
There's never a time when you are in the DMV and you're eating a crab.
It's not like if you're eating multiple crabs, you're eating crab. When you're saying it, I eat crab. How do you guys say it? Do you say I'm eating crabs? Like that is so improper. Or do you say I'm eating crab?
We looked it up on the interwebs.
And we were both right. We were both right.
I'm right. You were wrong.
We were both right. But I want to ask the audience, no, for real. When you're talking about eating crab, are you eating crab or crabs? Because in California, we eat crab. We don't eat crabs.
If you
crabs
eat crab,
are the little lice thing you have.
No,
so
that's
no. From Cali, I'm eating crab.
She's from Cali. She knows not of what she's talking about. Y'all don't eat crabs like that. It's crabs.
Karen, East Coast.
Kern. You have to say her name properly. Her name's Kern.
She's from Brooklyn and the Bronx.
Oh, she's from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Oh, her name is Karen.
Karen.
It's crabs.
It's crab. Nita. No, it's not. It's crab. It's not.
Thank you. Many, as in you know what? Even like no, and then you can say crab when you're talking about crab legs.
Cool J from Cali. You need to be up in here doing the ones and twos. Crab. Thank you. Yeah. Holly.
Because y'all only eat one. You know not what you're talking about.
Crab, Holly. No, crab is. Do you eat fishes or do you eat fish?
Oh God, we don't want to go there. I can't. Where is baby Jesus? Oh.
Do you eat fishes or do you eat fish?
You ever had like your ass itch just because somebody is making it happen? Oh.
No.
Oh.
Crab.
Oh. It's fish.
I don't have no earrings. I can't do my hair like this because then I look like.
No, but fish is plural.
I had cribs. Somebody said I had cribs for lunch. You have cribs? Right, fish, not fishes.
What,
It depends on soft shell crab or crab legs.
If you're eating crab legs, the legs make it plural because you're saying plural. Legs.
Pronunciation, I am crab, but different parts of the globe put the S on it.
Because you're not only eating one.
We have correct English, Holly.
Y'all go sit down.
Anyway, I'm not even going to tell my story because I'm right and you're wrong. Anyway, just like
I'm giving you the mental finger.
Scared versus scary. Okay. Anyway, we're not even going to go there. April doesn't like the word scary. And I don't know how many of you guys use the word scary, like with your scary ass, but April gets upset when you say scary ass. Tell them the story, and we're going to get into it, but tell them the story, April, about when you were in a play and they said, you had the script and they said, oh, she's scary. And what did you tell them?
I told them that, oh, there's a typo.
You said she's scary.
You see right here, right there, where it says scary ass. It should be scared ass, scared. And they were like, no, it's scary. And I'm like, I don't understand the words that you're speaking. And one of them had to talk to me as if I were intelligent. And she said, oh, you know how people now say suspect, like you look suspect instead of suspicious? And I'm like, yes. She said, same. And I was like, oh, okay, so I'm just letting it be known that I'm going to change this come stage time. And I went up there with y'all scared ass.
No, it's scary. See, you just messed
as far as I'm concerned, darling, listen, okay?
You messed the whole play up.
And probably did, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't in it no more. So listen, I'm trying to told you. It ain't with your scurry ass, it's with your scared ass.
Cool J, Constance is right on this one too.
You can have that. That's all crab. Okay? It's all right. God still loves you even though you loud and wrong. Loud and wrong.
Scary crab. Two very different things.
Suspicious.
Proper English. All right. So listen. So when I woke up this morning, India Arie's mom had posted this audio of her talking about sexual abuse, alleged. We gotta say alleged. She didn't say alleged, but we gotta say alleged sexual abuse that happened to India, and she had just posted it. So I woke up at 5. So she had just posted it 3 hours before that. We have a whole different language, Holly. And so then I go to India Arie's page, and apparently she has a private group or something like that. And I guess she posted it on Father's Day. But this is what India posted, and then I'm going to do the audio. If you have a good relationship with your father, count it a blessing. A lot of us do not.
Child, that girl look just like her daddy.
Girl. My mother, though, is now coming to terms with her feelings, and we're supporting each other in telling deeply personal, shared story, a family story. For that reason, I have put it on my Substack. That's the thing that you pay for. The link is in my bio, where you'll find the audio recording of my mother telling our shared story. Warning, this post discusses generational trauma in utterly unflinching terms. If you know me, you know I share a lot, but I don't share everything. This moment is a final unburdening of this story that began with the song Get It Together from the album Voyage to India. So today I'm standing with my mom as mom is standing for me. If you feel you have the heart for this, please click the link in my bio. If not, I fully understand. And lastly, if you have a good father that you have a good relationship with, truly, truly celebrate that. That gives a priceless strength to the foundation of your life. I'm trying to tell you, I have a wonderful father. I'm not posting this message today to tell you that I'm struggling, because I'm not. I've spent my entire adult life working through my issues with my father. I've come a long way. So this is a 6-minute audio. Okay. So y'all ready for the audio?
No, I have one thing the only thing that concerns me about this whole thing that I did not know. I did not know that it was behind a paywall initially.
It was. It came out on Sunday. So
we're going to talk about that, but go ahead, please, and thank you.
That's what you got from that? That's what you got from that?
No, I got a lot from it initially, and I have to agree with her. Like, if you have a good father, and actually, I'm sorry to say it this way, and take it how you want to. If you have a father, I feel that you need to, no matter what, try to build a relationship with him, because you don't know his circumstances, right? Sometimes he had such a horrible childhood that he doesn't know how to how to be a better father. And I would say the same thing with mothers, because we don't, oftentimes, especially like with young girls, we don't give our mothers the not the attention, the support. Like, when they've had bad childhoods, we kind of say, well, I don't care if they had a bad childhood, they still need to be this way. And when it comes to the fathers, we're just like, he's deadbeat dad, but we don't know what kind of life he had.
Right.
Now, when it comes to, some people's baby daddies that I know, sometimes their baby daddies just suck and they're just stupid and they are horrible. But they're very small exceptions to it.
Well, I will tell you, I've always been a daddy's girl. I love my daddy. When I called him on Father's Day, his face is lit up, and it's like looking in a mirror, and I'm like, Dad, that's what I always tell him every time I talk to him. Anybody ever tell you got a big nose? He's like, yeah, it's like I'm looking in the mirror. Takes one to know one. I said, you're such a great dad, even though you got a big nose, even though you got a big gonzo nose, and he's just a smiling. He just a grinning. Dad, you're the best. I've always told him this. You are the best daddy in the world. And he knows it. And he just be so proud. My dad was always there when nobody else was there, sitting on the front row. I'd be playing the cello, or I'd be in the orchestra, or I'd be in the honors thing. And my dad's right there, just with the biggest smile on his face. And I would always make sure that I'm looking down. Where's my daddy? Where's my daddy? Always there, and just so proud. This look of pride on his face all the time. That's how he looks at me. Then when I was, a little older, and I had, I would do things, go speak. I look in the audience, and he's just grinning. I mean, he is just so proud, and I love him. He's just the best. And so I model, the reason why I have a great relationship with my kids is I just model my parenting after my dad. My dad just always listened to me. And so he would tell us the same thing I tell my kids, like, don't change. Mm-hmm. That's what he would tell me. Don't change who you are. And this was even when I was out there acting up as a teenager. Don't change. And I was like, you really like me like that? I love you the way you are. Don't change. And I just thought that was so great. That made me want to change. That made me want to do better, want to be better, because, he thought that much of me. So having a great dad is just wonderful. It is. It is. Anyway, let's get to the audio. All right.
No Father's Day for you, Ralph Simpson. A secret has a stench that can rot a family from the inside out and destroy future generations. The family curse stops here on this Father's Day, June 15th, 2025. I've kept this secret for over 45 years. My India Arie is a survivor. I want to be clear, we're not talking about Ralph Simpson from the Houston Rockets. Ralph Simpson, the former ABA, NBA basketball player with the Denver Nuggets, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Detroit Pistons. Your daughter, India Arie. Yeah, that Ralph Simpson. I've kept this secret for over 45 years. You, Ralph Simpson, you said husbands can't rape their wives. You raped me. I stayed quiet. You molested your daughter when she was a very young child. I stayed quiet. I still allowed you to publicly be the father that you appeared to be, and not the sick father that you are. You, Ralph Simpson, there will be no Father's Day cards for you, or calls, or text from India. So stop trying to reach out to her for money or forgiveness. India said she wrote about the abuse in a song called Get It Together. A part of the first verse of the song says, "One shot to your heart without breaking your skin. No one has the power to hurt you like your kin. I kept it inside. I didn't tell no one else. I didn't even want to admit it to myself." I watched India for years on the national and international stages before and after her concerts. I watched her cancel some of her tour dates because she needed to receive medical care. She just struggled. She struggled. She carried that weight around her soul for many, many years. Indy tells me that she went around the world trying to find ways to heal herself and to help others heal through her music. You, Ralph Simpson, gave her a lot to heal from. With God therapy, life therapy, music therapy, journaling, this helped her make it through the crazy. You should also know that she is good. But me as her mother, I'm not so good. But I'm still my father's daughter. My father was a legendary Jackson State prison guard. My personal goals were to remove you from this planet permanently, but India would not allow me to do that. In her infinite wisdom, she said, "Mom, if you do that, then you'll be gone forever too." Those words changed my life, and only God kept me from going to that crazy place in my head or to prison forever. Ralph Simpson, my perpetrator, my predator. I will never forgive you for breaking my head open like an egg. The surgeons required 50 staples to close the middle of my skull. I had to read that stuff for months, see it on the news, and even in my doctor's office. India told me about the last conversation you had with her. You wanted more money. The last words that she said to you were, "I'm going to show you mercy today. But I also need you to never try to call me or contact me through my brother, my mom, ever. One more thing. I will never forgive you for stealing your son's money. Your son, Joyce Simpson, worked all summer after college, bussing tables, cutting grass, anything he could do to make money to purchase his car that summer. He sent the money to you to save for him. You gambled all of his money away. Jawan did get his car that summer. This is the same son that bought you a car that you then sold and gambled the money away. He still pays your rent to this day so you could have a roof over your head. My son, Jawan, is a father, an awesome dad, awesome man. My India Arie is a survivor. Ralph Simpson, the $370,000 that you never paid in child support, keep it. I'm sorry you're sick, and I'm sad for you. I'm sorry you have no money. I'm sorry about a lot of things. I am no longer broken, and I will continue to pray for you from one human to another. I don't want to see anybody suffer, not even you. I know we all just want to be okay. The family curse stops here on this Father's Day, June 15th, 2025. Happy Father's Day to all the good men out there.
Wow.
Wow is right. Wow is 100% right. What what do you take from
Um, he was evil. There are some evil people in the world. Cruelty. So not only did he sexually abuse her, he raped his wife, from what she said. He busted her head open. He stole from his son, and now he is sick and dying. And his son is still taking care of him, which is also crazy. Um, some people are just evil. Some people are just born evil. Some people are just sick. And I guess you know what I didn't do is I didn't because she said that there were it was on the news, and so I didn't see the news articles about him beating her. Um, but it's I just sickening. What do you think?
I think that people suffer in silence. Um, I think that I hope she got therapy, right? Because she was talking about how India got therapy, and India's been doing the work, but not necessarily. Did she ever talk about herself?
Yeah, no, she didn't say anything about herself doing the work. But I mean, when you talk about India doing the work, like she does therapy on stage. You know what
Ma'am,
I'm
you will
saying?
see her. India will be da 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 da. Da. You be like, India, are you about to cry? I said, yes, yes. She's about to give you a whole. You about to have a therapy session now. Like you thought she was talking about she's not her hair. Now she's like, it's time for therapy. All right, everybody, light a candle.
In the concert, in the middle of the concert. I've never seen her perform. I never seen her perform. And last year she was supposed to be at the Capitol Jazz Festival. That's the only reason why I bought the ticket for that Sunday last year. And then she just because she hadn't performed in 6 years, and she said this was going to be my first performance in 6 years. Bought the ticket, and then she said she announced it on social media that she just couldn't do it. She just couldn't do it because she couldn't whatever for whatever reason. And I was like, and so I saw everybody. I saw all the celebrities had said, "Hey, girl, take your time." I had text Chrisette Michelle. I'm like, "Yo, you see this?" And she was like, "Yeah, sis needs to heal, whatever." So I felt twofold. I was like, I felt bad for her, but I've spent $200 on these tickets on the ceiling. Like, suck that shit up. That's how my personal feeling.
No, but that's real. I'm glad you actually even said that because how often do we put a celebrity on this pedestal? Like you're not allowed to get sick. You're not allowed to have a moment. Get over it. Get on stage.
Yeah.
And so they're not just getting it from whoever they're signed with or whoever they're working with, but they're also getting it from us. So the fact that she did take that time, not caring about what other people were saying to her, because I'm sure that you didn't say that out loud. You know what I'm saying? But in your mind. But there are a lot of people that said that, I'm sure said that out loud to her. And she's like, I'm going to take care of myself.
But I do remember you said, I think you've opened up for her before. You've performed with her before, but you said like she will break down in the middle of the concert.
In the middle of yes, 100%.
You've seen her do that?
100%. So I opened up for her once when I was at Fertile Ground 500 years ago. And it happened then. And then I saw her at, I want to say the Birchmere. I had some friends invite me out, and it was a great experience because they were working with her. So they're like, all right, come on backstage, come kiki. And when I tell you her energy was like magical, she is a big ball of magic. And you're just like, oh my gosh. And her mother was there. And her mother was a big ball of magic. So it was like one of those experiences where you actually meet a celebrity and you're like, oh, you are a real person. You know what I mean? Like kind of how it was when I first met you, Constance.
You're so full of shit. But look, here's the thing, because it's real. And every 68 seconds, somebody in the US is sexually assaulted.
I'm sure. Well, okay, let's be real here. We all know someone who's either been sexually assaulted. We all know somebody who knows somebody. Like in every single family, there's that silence. One thing that I will say, how people are like, we need to stop keeping so many secrets in the family.
Yep.
I think the secret should be kept in the family. Don't get it twisted. But what I think should happen is the family needs to talk it. That family needs to air it out between the family members. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think it's always like, oh well, cousin such and such did this. We're not going to tell anybody about it. And it's like, no, but then cousin such and such just did that to another cousin and just
Right.
to the cousin's child and just and so because you kept that a secret, no, you don't need to keep it a secret among the family. You need to make sure the people outside the family don't know about it.
Right. No, I mean, it happened to me, and I know how it can happen. Like you could your mama could go into another room, and somebody could be doing something to you. Your mama could go to the store real quick, and somebody could do like it could happen that quick, and that's how it happened to me. And so I was always very, very vigilant about my children. Like my daughter, you got to come to my house and spend the night, and I'm watching. I'm seeing everything that's going on. I remember, her dad used to bathe her, and he didn't even know. For a while, I would be around there watching. He didn't know. He didn't know. He didn't know. I was around there watching just to make sure, because for me, it wasn't on him because he didn't display any signs that he was that way. But for me, in my mind, everybody's a pedophile until proven otherwise, because you're not going to get the opportunity to do anything to my kid. And so it's cool. It's cool that she says, man, everybody's been sexually assaulted that I know except for me. I can't relate. That's a good problem to have, because on one hand, she can't relate, and you can empathize, but you can't, she can't relate to those people who have, because mommy was
so protective.
Vigilant.
And that's good. I mean, but I think that that's something that we're missing now. We're missing it because I think that back in the day, it was just like, all right, secrets, like it's going to happen. This is the norm. It's something around like our age range. And I'm so sorry to say, like, I'm sorry that happened to you. You know what I mean? I really am. I'll say that like a lot of my friends within this age range, they haven't had those same stories as meaning like everybody in their family hasn't had those same experiences like back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got kids who are just like, I mean, yeah, it happened. Like, but we got to talk about it because now I'm traumatized by it. I'm this and I'm that, and I'm like, no. There's a certain way we got to do this in order for you to heal from your trauma, and in order for you to try to help other people. Because what you're doing is you're opening it up so that it's normal. You're normalizing it, and that's not what we need to be doing. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing about the secrets, because this was a fear for me. People keep secrets because, number one, their predator, whoever is grooming them, they tell them not to tell, or they'll get in trouble. So they feel that they're going to get in trouble, right? Mm-hmm. And then, so then, like, you're scared because you're thinking, so this is a grown person doing something to
Wait, are you scared or scary?
No, you're scared. You're not scary. It's scared.
Well, I need a class. Go ahead.
But you're scared. You're afraid, should I say. You're afraid. And, but you're scared because you think that there's something that you're doing wrong when it's really somebody who's an adult that's taking advantage of you. That's number one. Then the second thing is, what if they get mad at you? What if no one believes you? This happened to two people in my family. Somebody was being touched by somebody else, and I'm always going to take the victim's word because I know how that feels, and I know that I didn't say anything because of people like that. Mm-hmm. They called that little girl all kind of liars and everything. He wouldn't do this. He wouldn't do that. Are you serious right now? He absolutely would. And he did. And you have these adults calling a child a liar because they said what happened to him. And that's a travesty. And then another time in my family, somebody had said that they were molested by someone. And then they told me, they said they believed her at first, but then she didn't act like she was somebody that had been molested. How do they act?
Okay.
She didn't act like she was. People have whatever reasons, but this is a reason why kids don't come forward, because number one, they think it's their fault. Number two, they think they're going to get in trouble, and or people won't believe them. And it's sad. And so we have to start listening to these kids. Now, on the other hand, I have seen where a child has lied about something, or the mother has implanted something in a child's mind about what they think that they saw. And then, then you put this jacket on somebody, because that just happened to a friend. Well, the kid didn't say that he did it, but somebody else outside of the family that lives with them said that he did something, and then CPS came, and the kids was like, I don't know what you're talking about. But the problem is that jacket that you put on somebody when you accuse somebody of something like that, that's a hard one to take off. Once you get accused of something like that, like, you know what I mean? So it's just a tough place to be. And you just have all these predators out here, and it's sad. It really
You
is.
need to be able to talk it out with your children. I think that a lot of, okay, so that's just the elephant in the room, like social media. Social media is raising a lot of people's children.
Mm-hmm.
And and again, we go back to you, we go back to Jermaine, we go back to Cecilia, like, a lot of my friends, Tawari, who have children, Kim, Lola, who have children, and I'm just like, they talk to their children. Y'all talk to your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You have healthy relationships, and when you communicate with your baby, and it's like, what has happened? Let's talk about it. Do we need to go to some type of therapy?
Mm-hmm.
How can we, like, I don't want to just put a Band-Aid on this. I don't want it to just go away. I need for you to acknowledge what is going on. This is not something that we're going to be sitting up here screaming from the mountaintops. I think that's where the problem also is, because now people are being groomed to scream it from the mountaintops, everything that they are. And they're saying, this is now who you are. You are now a victim, as opposed to, how can we turn you into a victor? You know what I'm saying? Yes, you went through this. Yes, that does not mean it goes away. How do we change your mindset? Because once you become that, you hold on to that for the longest time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and everybody experiences trauma differently, though, because some people who get molested, they end up being very promiscuous. Some boys who get molested, they end up, going a different direction. Or it could be the total opposite. Like, you don't want to be, you're afraid of sex, or you don't want sex. And so, people respond very differently based upon, who they are. Like, I was not at all promiscuous, as a result, because, I didn't, I felt that was dirty and bad and things like that. So I was one of those people that did the opposite. But some people end up being very promiscuous. But 93% of the people who get molested, they're molested or sexually assaulted by somebody that they know.
They know, yeah.
Normally a male. Yeah. And so it's people in your family. So for me, everybody, even though, like, I know my dad would never, ever in a million years, I'm still watching though.
I mean, but why wouldn't you?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But that's also, again, my point. There are a lot of people who aren't watching their children. I mean, like, you're not watching. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what. Listen, I went to the beach not too long ago, and I watched so many kids running up in the water, but there were, like, other people who were already there in those areas. Parents are just sitting around having their drinks. They're like, oh, there's lifeguards. We're fine. No.
I went to a nude beach and there was kids there in Hawaii.
Ma'am, absolutely not.
It's just schlongs just hanging out. I'm like, there are kids running around. What is going? You ever been to Maui? And so we were in Maui. Let me just tell you this quick story. We're in Maui and we're at the beach. And we're at this, it's called Big Beach. And so we see everybody going on this other side. And we're like, and so when I was married, he went on the other side. He was like, I'm gonna go see what everybody's doing. I was like, all right, this is when I was playing this. I think it was Scrabble or something. He'd be playing on the phone. So I was playing Scrabble. He comes back. He was like, oh my God, it's a new beach. You want to go see? So we went over there, and this is Little Beach. So Big Beach wasn't nobody on Big Beach but us. Everybody was on Little Beach. So we go over to Little Beach, and it's yuckies.
Did you have to be naked?
No, we wasn't naked. But it was just ugly stuff just hanging out everywhere. But there were children just running around, and it was crazy. I mean, they weren't on there, they weren't having sex or anything, but their nasty little penises were all showing and stuff. It was,
and they were all really little.
Women, and some had piercings. I think I even have pictures. I was like, this is crazy. I want to show my girls. It was pretty disgusting. But, I feel like you're not protecting your kids when you put them in environments like that, because you do have perverts that are looking for opportunities.
100%. 100%. and don't have cute children. My God. I'm sorry. You brought somebody up earlier, and you and I didn't have a chance to talk about this, and I feel like we should. Chrisette Michele.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes. You know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
Because you seen her announcement, right?
Yes.
So a couple of years ago, my friend had an engagement party and he wanted to surprise his future fiance. And so I got Chrisette Michele to come and sing at the engagement party, right? And so after the engagement party, we talking, we just chopping it up. And this guy, he always be clowning. He always just be joking. He's like, man, I think she on the spectrum. And I was like, boy, shut up. You stupid, you stupid, you stupid. So when I saw that announcement that she said that she has not only autism, but severe autism, I texted him. I was like, nigga, you said this. You was right. He's like, man, I told you I wasn't playing, because he will always be saying stupid stuff. So I didn't even believe him. But it turns out Chrisette Michele has not only autism, but she said severe autism.
This is the funny part, because the fact that she said severe autism, I'm like, if that's what she said, that's what she said. Who cares? Do you know so many people are going crazy about the fact, I can't believe she said severe. I mean, honey, maybe you were on the spectrum, but you can't be severe. And I'm like, what?
Well, if that's what the doctor told her.
Right. Like, why are you, who are you to tell? I know severe autism. Like,
who are me to judge? Remember, what's his name? Andrew, whatever. I'm not gay no more. What's his name? Andrew. Who are me to judge?
I don't like women no more.
Yeah, man. I guess it kind of makes sense because, I mean, she's a dope individual, but there are some quirks about her.
Yeah.
She's really quirky.
100%. But
I thought, that's what I was telling Tommy, the guy who said it. I thought she was just
an entertainer.
Artsy. Huh?
You thought she was just an entertainer.
Yeah, I thought she was just artsy.
Yo, I had this conversation when I was in the DMV recently, and I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was like, what y'all have to understand is, as an artist, you're different. Like, you try not to be. Like, I'm gonna put myself out there. I try so hard to just be like a normal. Wait, were we talking about that at the at lunch when we went to the Thai restaurant? Was that us?
What did we say?
We're talking about how like outrageous and strange artists are.
Maybe.
Anyway, artists are strange. I'm sorry, you guys, and I'm talking about all of them.
April is strange.
I am, and I'm okay with it. Like, there's nothing normal about me, and I love every bit of the person that I am. And I'm sure that somebody would be like, yeah, she's like, I'm socially awkward. I'm okay with it. I welcome my social. Love a man who call it good addiction and turn me on when they run me like a ninja.
I just want to show you. I mean, she is a star.
Anywho, but when she came out with that, I was like, okay, like, what artist isn't?
On the spectrum.
In one way or another.
Yeah.
All of them are. No, it was my sister. It was my sister. My apologies.
You told me about someone that you used to work with that, like, she would take something with solstice, because that was the first time I heard that. Now, what happened? It was
during solstice. So a lot, and a lot of people do this. This is like not just an artist thing, but during solstice, you don't want to touch anybody. You don't want to. You don't want to see anybody. Like, you don't eat. That's like, there's so many things you just don't do during solstice. And if she had a performance, she would go out, she would perform. The only people that she would touch would be babies. That's it. She wouldn't touch her and her husband and babies, and that's it. She wouldn't talk to anybody. But when I tell you, beautiful soul, you hear her sing, you're like, oh my God, you are a gift from God. And But
there are a lot of artists who maybe, because there's a book, somebody said that it was a MGM, the guy who started MGM. But one of the things he said is that sometimes with artists, when they start, they're great, but once they start getting big, they start really feeling themselves. They really, so now you can't see them on the phone, and now they're all, they're these people that are just really weird. And so that's what you kind of think of some of the people who blow up, they really get to feel themselves. Like, huh?
Erykah Badu. Did you see the video with her recently?
What did she do?
She was performing, and she was being Erykah. She had her hair up in this doodle ball, and it just looked like a little doodle ball. It was horrible. It was really bad. But it's Erykah, and she could do that because she, as far as I'm concerned, she's like, listen to my music. You don't need to look at me. And it's true. Okay. I'm about to say something that's going to be maybe a problem. Hi. Okay, sorry. Going to be a problem.
Tyson cute.
So the issue, oftentimes as an entertainer, you just want to entertain. And if you are a true entertainer, and when I say true, that's why I'm like,
purist.
If you are,
the art.
I'm just saying, you look at oh my gosh, what's your favorite? Layla Hathaway. So we're going to take Layla Hathaway, for example. Layla Hathaway is different. No matter how you look at it, she is different. And you put her next to Beyonce, okay? Layla Hathaway is like, I can stand here. I don't have to move. I don't have to shake a tail feather. I don't have to do a damn thing. I can just stand here and sing 5 notes, and I'm going to have all of you, in the palm of my hand. Beyonce is like, all right, everybody, I'm going to be naked.
But you paying $1 million for them tickets, and you paying $100 for Layla Hathaway tickets.
I'm just saying, you are going to get an experience just from her voice. You don't have to, she don't have to do anything but stand there and sing.
Flat foot and sing, yes.
That's it. Beyonce can sing. Nobody can, don't take that away from Beyonce. And Beyonce can entertain. But Beyonce has all the lights, all the action, all the dancers, all the outfit changes, all the makeup changes, all the everything. And it's like, when you compare one to the other, one was born with that and didn't have to nurture it. It was just what God said here. The other was like, all right, she was born with something, and it had to be nurtured in order for it to become what it is today. My point is, when it comes to artists, the artists who are true 100%.
They're both true 100% artists, though.
I'm talking about when you come with the quirkiness. I don't know how quirky Beyonce is. She don't talk.
That's true.
But I'm saying, like, if you get those people who only perform for Sonya, you get that. That's a quirky person because they were born with that talent. Ain't nobody have to teach him shit. He was born with that talent. There's so many people who are just born with the talent that God gave them. But God also said, you're going to have all this talent. I'm also going to make sure that you are very socially awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really, every artist that you know, and you know a lot of them, all of them who are 100% true blue, talented, out the ass, and all they have to do is just stand there and just sing a little tune. 100% are.
Now, you do have like your Anita Bakers. Listen, I've heard so many stories about that lady, and I used to be a fan. My Angel is one of my favorite songs, and I won't even listen to her version anymore. I only listen to Layla's version because
Say it right.
I only listen to Layla's version because I've heard. Now this is secondhand, I would say, because the person that I heard from was in the room, so I wasn't there to experience it myself. But I mean, she's come into rooms, she's cursed people out for no reason. There was a makeup artist in a room one day with his mom and his grandma. He's from here, and he was like, she comes in a room and he goes, oh, Ms. Baker, this is my mom. And I don't give a damn. Like, she's just going off on people for no reason, firing people from the stage. Like, that's not quirkiness. That's mental illness. There are some of those too.
Oh no, I'm not going to disagree with you on that. But I mean, when it comes to her, no shade, you don't understand the word that she's saying. So she does. We're not going to count her. Even though she's extremely talented.
Who?
Oh my God. Ain't there something I can't give you? What's her name? You just said it. Anita Baker. Dear God, make me a bird.
So I can fly far, far, far away.
Far, far away. No, that was on my first album. It's called Dear God. It was really bad.
It was a bad song. If you don't have April's album,
Only
please,
ugly.
yeah,
Only ugly.
go get the Ugly album.
Only.
One of my favorite songs on her album is Manthem, but I like it when you do it live. I mean, I like the studio version, but I like the live version better. April does this stuff like these beatbox things.
Oh,
You
how do I do them, Constance? Let me hear.
Boo, boo. April is so good at that.
Wait, Constance, you do know you're gonna be on the next show, right?
Oh, you're gonna bring me on?
100%. I'm gonna say, Constance, come up here. You're gonna go.
Boo!
Hey.
I'm gonna do all of that, and so I want to be on the show with Malcolm Jamal Warner. I want to do your spot. You sing, and then I'll do the beatboxing.
Okay.
So you do the verse. And oh, by the way, let me just tell you. So April performed with Malcolm Jamal Warner at the Capitol.
And Miles Long. And Miles Long.
It's really the band Miles Long featuring Malcolm Jamal Warner. We're gonna say like Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. Anyway, one of the things he said was he just ranted and raved about April.
He made me cry like a bitch.
Yeah. And so there was a couple of songs. She did a song that was performed by Lettucey on his album. And she also sang a song that was performed by Layla Hathaway. And I guess April, when he brought the songs to her, April was like, I'm not Layla Hathaway. He said, but you're April Sampé.
And I cried like a little bitch.
And I was like, yeah, exactly. You're a star.
That is not what you said. You said, yeah. Yo, I'm like,
I recorded it. And he reposted Malcolm. He reposted my recording. And guess what, guys? Malcolm Jamal Warner follows me. He follows me. April, does he follow you? No.
I hope so. I love it. I love it. You know what?
You want me to introduce you to him?
Can you? Yes, and Constance is the new Dougie Fresh. Let me tell y'all. Y'all ain't know? Y'all, I can't. I can't.
Boo, boo.
She just spit all over the mic. There's like spittle.
Let me tell you, and we got to get out of here, but I'm going to tell you a quirky thing about April. April will not, you will die first if you ever put your breath on her mic.
Yes.
She will not ever allow you to use her mic. She's so weird. Everybody else passing the mic and she's like, no, I'm not going to do it. She's a germaphobe. So I'll also tell you this little secret about April.
Are you telling all my secrets strong enough?
If you travel with her, she's a weirdo. So she does things like brings her own sheets. And she sanitizes everything.
And
even if everything's brand new, she brings.
What's brand new? What's brand new? Tell me what's brand new at a hotel.
Brand new, just out the bag.
What is brand new from a hotel?
So she's weird. So of course, with the mic, she's not gonna let you. Like my hand almost got broken for trying to grab her mic. She almost twisted my arm off and broke it. My wrist was kind of hanging like this after I tried to get her mic.
Can we have a conversation? Can we talk? Come on, come close. Listen. Y'all know how many asses have been in the same bed that you in, and as far as what you say,
they clean the sheets,
right? And as far as I'm concerned, every once in a while you'll find some things up in those sheets that just do not look like it.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying, and I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know about y'all, but how many people have actually done some freaky shit in a hotel? I take the sheets that they say are new, I take them and I throw them over the couch that is normally in there, because I know that I've done some things on a couch that maybe have not been wouldn't be okay. And so I throw that over, and if anybody wants to sit on it, at least you're sitting on something that should have been cleaned. They don't clean the comforter. I'm just saying, it's some nasty shit that goes on. Constance, have you ever done anything disgusting at a hotel?
Never. Mm-hmm. I go there to sleep.
Right. You're sleeping on other people's jizz. You're welcome. Now you know. Now you know. That should be another topic of conversation. What things have you done in a hotel?
Never.
Bring extra sheets, honey. Bring extra sheets. Make sure you bring your whole big old bottle of Lysol, honey, because Lysol is your friend sometimes, even though it's disgusting. Make sure you air it out after. So you
She's
can
just weird.
I am weird. And why is that a problem?
I don't know. I mean, I sleep on the sheets.
Because you're disgusting. Oh, speaking of, because we're talking about what people are. Real quick. Does everybody have this book here? Everyone? If you don't have this book, you're poor. And can I give a quick shout out to myself?
Yes.
On this Saturday, the 21st, anybody in the Augusta area, the CSRA, if you will, I'm having a, what am I having? I'm having, no, Juneteenth is tomorrow. Okay, so we'll go there. So Juneteenth, for all of you people who are in the CSRA, I'm going to be hanging out with my all-girl band, y'all. It's going to be too hot to handle, too cold to hold. So if you all want to come on out and shake it fast and watch yourself with me, I would greatly appreciate it at the Juneteenth celebration held downtown in the Augusta. Now, on the 21st, all of you who are looking to purchase a new home, we are having a Sip and Vision. That's what it's called, a Sip and Vision event, where you will sip the wonderful sangria, and you will envision yourself in your new home, and you'll do it on a beautiful canvas, darling. It'll be amazing. It'll be myself and Joey. Joey is going to be our mortgage loan officer for the day that we'll be discussing. And you know what? We're going to have to do this all over, Constance. So I'm going to have to do one in the DMV with you, huh?
Absolutely. Because, we're licensed in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, and we also have a mortgage company, so both real estate and loans. And so I think we should do DMV as well.
We should. And you know why? Because we want people to grow their money. And what better way to grow your money? What better way than the equity in your home? Honey, let's start building generational wealth. Also, if you're in the Atlanta area, come on out. Like, it's only a 2-hour drive, but I still do help people create generational wealth and purchase homes down to the Atlanta, all the way up to the Columbia area in South Carolina. So if you are in that area, come shake it fast and watch yourself with me. Drop down, get your eagle on, put your one leg up and your booty on the floor. Okay?
Okay. Well, yeah. So make sure you follow April at April Sampe or April Foster Properties. I'm still kind of salty that she has this all-girl band, because I told her last year I wanted to start an all-girl band, and then because I play the bass, and so I almost cut my fingers off, so I can't do anything now. But she went and started an all-girl band. Go figure.
I did. And okay, y'all, can I tell y'all another secret? I really did it just because I was thinking, what idea can I take of Constance's and anger her to her core? I'm going to take this idea. And that's what I did.
You know what's funny? So let me just tell y'all, and then we're gonna get out of here. April and I argue like crazy.
All the time. I love it.
Like crazy. So the other day I'm at dinner with my kids, and they're like, I guess, me and April were arguing, and I was like, that sounds dumb as hell. And we're just going back and forth. That's dumb as shit, blah, blah, blah. And my son asked me, is that, because we were talking, he was like, was that what you guys were arguing about? He's like, I heard you. I didn't know that they heard us just going at it, but we do. And it's a beautiful
all the time.
She has the dumbest ideas ever. So
y'all, okay. And we already talked about it. Again, as an artist, there's certain things that artists have that everybody else doesn't. And I'm sorry for those of you who don't have it. It's okay. It's okay. God loves you. But we have we were able to use our instincts a little bit better. And we actually do real research.
Constance, they research fake shit. They research fake shit and they say, this is true. This is real. And
we do what?
Research fake shit and say that it's real. And you're like, you must be out your mind.
Y'all don't understand how happy I get. Y'all don't understand how unbelievably happy I get when it comes down to the
I just call her a coontress and just, just call it a day.
That's a lie. You don't call me coontress. Our viewers Call me a cute.
Nobody's called you a coontress in a while.
I know, which also is a bit upsetting. And they keep saying, they used to say I was nobody's friend, and now they think I'm.
They now like you.
I don't understand. Like, what do I need to do to get on everybody's bad side? Wait, weren't you talking about how they were? What did they call you? Because you were talking about the trolls earlier. They call you a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, I got called a piece of shit.
And I'm sitting here like, you know what? That's not fair. Constance gets all.
Oh shit! I got some good stuff. So on one of my they was in my DMs and they said, before you accuse white people, look at your own people. You're filled with hate.
I love it. What, all of your people are filled with hate?
Yeah. No, mostly me. And then I was told that I was a race baiter.
Okay.
There was another really good one too. I forget. I deleted it, but I get really good DMs from people just, saying all kinds of, I got mental illness.
Do you now?
Talking Black empowerment is mental illness.
Okay, I love that for you.
Mm-hmm. It's great. I love it too.
What type of mental illness is it? Because I need to know this.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just, I'm a race baiter and I have mental illness. In fact,
so all of you viewers who find Constance to be a racist and a race baiter and to have mental illness, the only one that can call her a racist is me. And y'all, she's not. But anyone who says that she has mental illness because she likes her people, please, please, please tell me a little bit more about this mental health. I'd like to know what it's called because we need to put a name on it.
It's drapetomania. So when slaves used to run away from their masters, psychiatrists gave them a mental illness and they call it drapetomania. So maybe I suffer from drapetomania.
Wait, Queen, please tell me why I need to
guarantee you have European blood, you ignorant racist. Look, guaranteed you have European blood, you ignorant racist.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
That's the racist prick. Ow.
Yes, I love that for you.
Clock it.
Yes. Come through. I love a good mental illness, honey, especially one that's just made up from outer space.
I'm with Vanetta. Can we get a check for mental illness? Do I need to go down to the SS, give me some SSI? Is that what I need to do?
Give me a check. A mental health check.
Oh, April, you need to get an RV.
No. At first I was like, what are you talking about? Now I know. You know what? I do need an RV. Constance, I'm gonna buy your RV.
Please. I have an RV right outside. Are you gonna buy it?
Absolutely not.
Please buy it. Please.
Look, what's gonna happen when I go much further than I normally go? Like,
please.
No. But thank you. That's a good one. What should happen is whenever I go wherever it is that I'm going, I should have an RV, but I'd still have to clean it.
Yeah, I mean, I have an RV for you.
Here's the funny part. Okay, listen. Hold on. Everybody, come in. The funny part is, even when I go to my friends' houses and I stay there for like long periods of time, friends and family, I clean it. Anyway, I go to my mama's house, I clean it.
Did you clean when you came over my house last week? No, you got the hell up out of there because you don't like cats.
Oh no, your cat was trying to kill me. She has a cat, y'all.
I do not have a cat.
Is the cat whose house is the cat in?
Rephrase that.
Whose cat
has a daddy? And it's not me.
Whose cat is the house in?
That's not my cat.
Right.
There's a dog here too that does not belong.
Listen, I told her, and y'all, I like animals. Okay, I really do. I love animals, actually. Okay, I'll do anything to protect an animal at all costs, except cats, snakes, spiders. Those count as.
You got out of here so quick, April. You flew
I
out.
couldn't breathe.
The next day, because April was gonna record a song, like they have a little mobile studio, and I was like, "Oh, do it at my house," and I won't even do the podcast tomorrow. Do it over here. And then that night, I was like, "So, April, you coming over tomorrow?" She said, "Crickets." I texted her one thing. She responded back, and I said, "So you coming over tomorrow?" And she did not respond back to me. So I came live
because I didn't want to die. I forgot. Here's the funny thing. Something you talk about mental illness. Something's clearly wrong with me. I'm sitting here like. what is wrong? What is going on? Oh, there's a cat here. Like, what is wrong with you for not remembering? And she's like, you want to take a Benadryl? I have to drive other places. Well, I have someplace else that I had to go later on that day.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to drive. No. She see, that's how I know Constance doesn't love me, because she's like, you want to take a Benadryl and then drive afterwards?
Well, I mean, I don't know, because
there was some tequila.
When Net 7 came over, Dee Dee is allergic to cats, and then she was like, I need a Benadryl. And so Dr. Jones was here and was like, give her a Benadryl. So I was like, so she took a Benadryl. And she partied with us. So I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't even, if you notice, I don't take Tylenol. I don't take anything. Like,
right. I got a headache.
I'm a person who will literally take a bag, full of vitamins before I take actual medication. So yeah, I try as hard as I can not to take any Benadryl or anything else if I can avoid it.
So I'm supposed to be on a fast right now with Latanya from Net 7, and I didn't get a chance to do it. I started yesterday and I didn't finish it. So I'm going to go and get me something to eat, because there's another podcast that starts in a few minutes and I need to eat before then.
Well, I love you, Constance Carter. I love all of you people who are watching, all of you humans. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.
How do they follow you, April?
I don't know. April Sampe. Follow me at April Sampe and April Foster Properties. Y'all, if y'all need a house anywhere in the country.
We really only want to follow you on April Sampe because we want to
follow me at April Foster Properties.
Entertain us.
If
That's
you
what I
want a house.
Quit that real estate shit, girl. Just entertain me. Entertain me.
Dance, monkey.
Entertain me.
Yeah, y'all follow me at April Foster Properties. For anybody who's looking to purchase a new home and anybody who's interested in coming to this event, make sure y'all hit me up so I can tell you how to get your canvas.
And y'all, I'm working on something that's really exciting. I think
what you working on?
Beneficial. I can't tell them. I can't tell you, but it'll be, everybody is going to be able to, well, women will be able to benefit from. Oh, I got something else that men will be able to benefit from too. So I'm working on some things that I'm excited about rolling out. So y'all stay tuned. It's going to be some good shit. But I don't know. Has anybody here ever seen April perform? Has anybody here ever seen April perform? It's always cool to hear from you, Black Panther says.
Thank you, baby. It's always good. It's always good to read your.
The only way she'll come back is if you call her a coontress or a coon.
Or say nobody's friend.
Or say she's nobody's friend.
There was so many more though, but those are the ones that really stood out. Because there were so many people that really didn't like me, especially that one that we did about what's his name's daughter, Dr. Dre's daughter.
Dr. Dre, because you said
everybody was like, you are wrong, April. You're the problem. I was like, oh,
you're nobody's friend. You're like, and I have friends, and they're like, you're nobody's friend.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. If you guys have not heard April perform, man, she is one of the greatest performers ever.
Constance, before you go, where can people sign up for the Net 7? Real quick, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm so April, you're the bomb. It's blame it on my sickness. I got a little cold or something. But go to if you are interested in the Net 7 collective, I'm trying to find a thing. Go to net7bbs.com or go to bookwithconstance.com and let's schedule an interview for us to talk about see if you would be a good fit for the program, because we're just starting this next cohort, and it's amazing, life-changing, transformational, and all that. These women are some of the most best women. If you're a unicorn and you're not like everybody that's around you, you're a different thinker. And and let me just tell you this. I was talking to a family member the other day, and my daughter, and I was telling my daughter about the conversation. She told me I was an anomaly because when I realized, because when you're doing your thing, you're doing your thing. You don't really look at nobody else. But when I seen how average people operate, I didn't realize how average people operate because I'm always operating at such a high level. And so if you're one of those people who operate at a high level and everybody around you doesn't, you probably should be in the Net 7 collective, because it's for people who are anomalies, who are unicorns, people who have that same mentality, that same just drive and energy. But so Black Panther, so Tyson has her, huh?
if you learn different. Like there's so
Yeah.
many people who can't necessarily they are unicorns, but they can't grasp things the same way that you can, like in school or in whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is great for you, but my apologies. Continue.
No, I wanted to just point out Black Panther said he's never heard April Sampé perform. And so if you haven't, you need to get to it. But let me just show you real quick.
Love a man who call it good addiction. You turn me on when they run me like a ninja. Nothing make me wanna take a stand more than that, man. Help me take a moment just to I'd rather be with you.
Now I normally end at that part, but I wanted just to point out the beatbox. Can you do it real quick for us, April, and let us out? Can you do it? Just beatbox for us real quick. April, beatbox for us real quick. Beatbox, beatbox, beatbox.
I need a microphone. You can't hear it.
Why?
Because I'm not like Dougie where I can do it really, really loud. So
Okay, let's hear it softly. Hey, we heard it loud and clear. And do do that one.
No.
Do it.
There you go.
I love it.
Bye, everybody. Love y'all.